Hello and welcome back to the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood! Last time we sealed in our Earth energy, and which means this time it is finally time to seal in that spicy fire energy. But first, get comfy, get cozy, my friends, and we shall just hop right on into it. Okay, so this time we have lesson 5, conflict. The juicy stuff, yes. Where are you, Abramar? Look at Abramar's gorgeous coloring. Like, the purple and the gold clearly is a favorite of mine, right? Ready for more? Yes. How have you found the ceremony so far? Do you want to review any elements before continuing? I don't think so. It was pretty basic stuff. Understood. What's the matter? You're not as chipper as usual. Yes, I'm sorry. Fire is usually my favorite lesson, and it marks the final step before our contract becomes effective, which I am looking forward to. But I have a bad feeling about this. That's odd. Based on your act and all so far, I would have thought you would enjoy the threat of dire consequences. Oh, of course I do. That kind of adrenaline is my favorite thing in the cosmos. What is it then? Look, you're right. I better stop dwelling on silly worries and focus on our training. I'm just moody for some reason. It's not silly. What do you say we look into it with our cards after we finish today's session? That might be a good idea. That's one of the perks of being summoned by a fortune teller. So true. You're on. It'll be a good challenge as the final test for this new deck. That's the Abramar I know. I need you sharp for the final lesson. Fire it is then. This element is usually feared by most and yearned for by those with ill will. But fire is more versatile than most magic practitioners think it is. Fire represents adversity, battle, everything that is against you. Fire is challenge, intimidation, the fuel of every battle. Fire is your wrath. Fire is conflict. Exactly. But don't just dwell on the negative aspects of that definition. Conflict also means growth. The only time fire is bad is when you're on the losing side. And even in defeat, there is a great deal of growth. We are the living examples of that. Master your fire and you will conquer anything that the cosmos throws at you. To tell you the truth, I'm more intimidated by water. I'm actually quite fond of fire. Maybe that's why we get along so well. Now the final contract. This answer will affect your fate profoundly. For the fire seal, what will you sacrifice to access my magic? Ooh. There's only one option here. Again, like, for me, there's only one option. This is not to negate any option that anyone else has ever chosen. For me, it would be my immortality. I couldn't do that. This is the thing. I couldn't sacrifice other people. And I imagine eternally staring at the same 4 walls, like eternally, would eventually get too much. So I would say immortality. I'm not that petty, I would like to think. And I would do whatever I could to make sure they had the best, fullest life. So, my immortality. Wow. Are you sure about that? You'll live a maximum of another 60 years after you pay the price. Plus, you won't be able to live in space anymore. You'll have to go down to Earth and live among humans. Do you want to reconsider? Ooh. That's... Maybe I am that petty. Maybe I am. You didn't tell me I'd have to give up space living. That's like the coolest thing about me in this, is that I live in space. Come on. I have to give up space living? So quickly turned, isn't it? And like, when you think of eternity, 60 years sounds like nothing. And now I'm like, I get through that really quickly, wouldn't I? Maybe I am that petty. Maybe I am. Maybe... I couldn't do it. I'd feel too bad. God, this one's really getting me. I would feel so bad. Does that mean I wouldn't be able to see Abramar anymore? That would make me sad. Me and Abramar could start our own coven. Heck that other coven. I can't do it. I can't. I have to give up. I can't sacrifice someone else. I can't do it. No, this is my final answer. God damn it. God damn it. No, this is my final answer. As you wish. I will etch your decision into the cosmic wheel and pray it doesn't break you apart when the time comes to pay the price. Brace yourself. It's gonna break me apart, isn't it? I've so just doomed myself here. I can't breathe. This pain, it burns. It's breaking my atoms apart. I love it. No comment. Help me. Fortuna? Ooh, what just happened? Oh my god, this is so badass. Summoning complete Abramar ceremony! We did it! Wake up. Fortuna, wake up. Chapter 1. Arbitrage. What happened? Sorry, I had to wake you up. You've been asleep for a couple days. You dropped dead after we sealed the fire contract. I thought it might be too much, so I let you rest. I feel dizzy. I had the weirdest dreams. Oh yeah? What about? I can't remember, but it felt premonitory. I feel bad for waking you up, but you have some business to attend to. What do you mean? Look at the window. You've got a visitor. That falcon? That's a familiar from an arbiter. What's an arbiter? The arbitrage office is an organism composed of former witches, unaffiliated with any coven, that ensures no witch is operating outside the laws of the magical pact. They also rule over conflicts between different covens and rarely interfere with internal affairs. It was founded about 4,000 years ago, so it makes sense you don't know them? Yeah, this happened during my slumber. Why were they created? Well, both the Arbiters and the Magical Pact were created after an especially bloody witch war that ended with our coven burning 87 witches inside of a white star. Brutal. To avoid future atrocities, some witches vowed to stop using magic and focus exclusively on keeping the peace. In the beginning, it was a group of devotees who wanted to avoid tragedy, but nowadays it's mainly composed of outcasts that have to serve the arbitrage office as a lifelong punishment. Wow, things have gotten a lot bleaker since I was last put to sleep. This all happened before my time, but I'm more afraid of having witch wars than witch cops. What do you think the Arbiter wants? Maybe they noticed I summoned you? That's impossible. My arts are untraceable. Then there's only one way to find out. Let's invite her over. Sure, I'll make myself invisible whenever you get a visit. Also, you have some energy pooled from sealing the fire contract, in case you want to expand your deck before inviting the Arbiter over. Okay, plus I still owe you a reading, right? Don't worry about it. There'll be time for that. Okay, but you're not off the hook. We'll look into what worries you, eventually. As if I could escape you. I would like to make the card first. Realistically, let's make the card first, and then we'll visit with... Falcon can wait. I got business to attend to, babes. You can wait on my window. I need more cards available to me. Okay, so we have fire now. Quicksand graveyard, a magical cemetery for witches who dare to tamper with time. The quicksand absorbs the bodies and turns their souls into heat. Ooh. I like that one. That one's cool. Moonstone Temple we've read. Demonic Desert Lands. Home of Dahlia, the Daggersmith Witch. The white sands of this dominion are cursed. Earth sediments wake up and transform into bone demons. Dahlia hunts them and uses their bodies and innards to craft ceremonial knives. Excuse me. Charred Battlefield. War is meaningless. Could not agree more. Canis Majoris, one of the largest known stars, the forbidden behemoth, was once imprisoned at the core of this red hypergiant. Ooh. Sunset Docks, no. Titan Quarry we can have, no. Defrenia, a city of blacksmiths built inside the skeleton of a titanic behemoth. The bone marrow of the fallen beast burns for eons, so their forges are always alight. Forgotten Factory. Many millennia ago, before witches cracked the cosmic code to manipulate matter, they built a factory under the crust of Venus. It was operated by iron golems, and it allowed many human covens to expand beyond the solar system. Ooh. I'm going with this one. Quicksand Graveyard. It sounds cool. I like it. Also, that's just really pretty as a background, I think. Let's go with that one. Can I have the door? Am I allowed? I'm not allowed the Duchess of Solace? What was she from and how do I get her? I'm not allowed the door either. How sad. The last coyote gunslinger out to hunt down the scions of purple blood behemoth throughout the vast cosmos. She feeds on their blood and extends her life to prolong her never-ending vengeance. Well, goddamn. DFO Paladin, the bartender, is used to mourn and celebrate with people from all walks of life. He knows how to look into the soul of a mortal and he knows how to exploit it. Avian Dancer. The Florist, no. Astronaut. Fallen Hero. Heroes don't protect the people, but ideals, a symbol of resilience and sacrifice. They can only be killed by corruption. Ooh. I quite like that. Pyre for the Heretic. Although humanity has a long history of witch burning, they have never managed to burn a real witch. I love that imagery though, and I think it would go really well with the card that we've got. I'm going to go with that one. And then we can have the Golden Shovel, Bottomless Jug, the Asteroid. An asteroid is born. It is written in its core where and when it will crash. They bring fire and change. I want that one. I don't have to read anymore. I want the asteroid. Okay, where do I want this card? I did really like this kind of image. It's very cool. This is quite cool as well. But I think I would like this, realistically. I'm just trying to center it ever so slightly. So let's make this smaller and the pyre can go there. Lovely. Like so. And then this, I need it like right out in the background. Oh no, I biffed it. I biffed it. No, please, 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 please center for me. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna get. And we're just gonna have a sky of like meteorite showers. Can I not have, can I duplicate? I can duplicate. Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly. I need to move this. That needs to be moved to the front, I think. Yeah, we want that like forward. And then I want another one, and we're just gonna like, yeah. Just gonna extend the fire. Lovely. Loving it so far. This would tie in with like the wolf mother one, because she was like, she had all those little babies. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, yeah. And then I think I'm gonna make more like falling stars in the background, you know? So just give me a second and I am going to finish this card up. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I think that might be our prettiest card, right? Like so far, like the sky is falling around them at this scene. Like it's such a, I love it. I love it. Gorgeous. Yes. Sinner's rebirth. Overflowing with hate and regret, the quicksand taints its visitors, setting what scares you on fire. This asteroid foretells imminent tragedy. The overstimulated fire energy becomes a cleansing power, death and rebirth. Oh God. Imminent tragedy, death and rebirth. Change, judgment, test, rivalry, tragedy, change, rebirth. You got the change and the rebirth of like the death card, but like it feels a little bit like the tower as well, right? Look at our, okay, so we've got air, water, earth, fire. How cool. How cool. Okay, let's go see our friend up here, or our visitor, if you will. See what they want. I love that. Ah, our new card is, and I love like the way that you can see the elements in them, you know? I love it. Hello. What do you want? Dear Fortuna, my name is Thea, and I write to you from the arbitrage office. Your personal situation caught the attention of my superiors, who tasked me with reviewing your case. I would like to interview you regarding your exile and write a plea to your coven's leader to revisit your case if we judge the punishment to be excessive. Yours faithfully, Thea, Arbiter Badge 210, rank Waxing Crescent. I said rank, right? I nearly said something else, and my brain can't handle that right now. I could say not yet, but it doesn't move us forward. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, you're so purple and pretty. Thea, thanks for having me. My name is Thea, Arbiter Badge 210. Thank you for coming, Arbiter. I really appreciate the office paying attention to my case. I've been isolated for 200 years so far. That's precisely why I'm here. The arbitrage office recently discovered your situation, and we are worried it may go awry for the community. Excessive punishments beget rancor and 1,000-year-long exile? That's the perfect recipe to build up a lot of bad blood. And we all know what a witch can do with a surplus of bad blood. But I am here to help you. Let me know about your case and we'll look for a way to make you feel better. Thank you. I already had a meeting with Adana, the leader of your witch clan. Adana told me that you predicted the fall of your coven. She explained to me that she didn't punish you for that though. She punished you because of how you handled it. Apparently you plunged the coven into chaos, giving ill advice to any witch, telling them to prepare for the end times. And those actions almost destroyed the coven before its time. So she decided to exile you and deprive you of your deck so you can meditate on the range and meaning of your powers. Now that's the official version. I'm interested in what you have to say. Do you think what you did was wrong? No. A premonition that grave should be disclosed to the community. If I went to Adana, Adana would have been like, oh, let's hush hush cover. Like, this is my assumption. Based on the fact that we're in this eternal prison or whatever, she'd have been like, oh, you know what, let's hush hush, shut it all up, let's not. Blah, 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 blah. But like, people have the right to know these things, I think. So no, it should be disclosed to the community. You don't agree with your leader's judgment. That is not dangerous per se, but it's a bad ingredient to add to the pot of imprisonment. What would you have done then? If the end were nigh, you'd like to know, right? I shouldn't give my opinion. I have to act as a neutral party, Fortuna. Next question. Do you think your punishment is fair? I don't want to lie. This feels so different because I feel like I am answering all these things very personally. But when I play, for example, Baldur's Gate, I'm playing as my character. So it feels very different, and it makes it feel a little bit more personal. I don't know how to respond to this. Do I think 1,000 years of solitary confinement without the one thing that you practice that to make you make sense of the world and the existence around you, do I think that's a fair punishment? No, it is way too excessive. I understand. Hardly anyone would accept this kind of sentence. How are you coping with centuries of isolation? I think I can manage, honestly. I think I would manage. Isolation is my recharge space, so I really do think that I would, yeah. Wow, you are strong. I'll see what I can do to improve your situation. I can leave less worried about you doing something drastic, right? Yes, I believe so. I still don't understand why Adana deprived you of your tarot deck. I mean, if you're isolated, what does she care if you have your magic or not? That's something I'm supposed to reflect on while exiled? It's a pity, because I'd have loved to have my fortune read. Anyway, before I leave, as an arbiter, I am obliged to ask, anything to confess? Actually, I'm crafting a new deck for divination. Oh, wow. That's bold. But I don't think what you're doing is illegal. Adana took your tarot deck from you, but she doesn't have authority over your new creations yet. I'm sure she won't be happy to hear it, though. You don't need to report to Adana, right? I trust in the officer's neutrality. Of course, unless you break the magical pact or it becomes relevant during a trial, we won't disclose sensitive information from our investigation. In any case, what I'm crafting isn't a tarot deck. It's something new. Oh, really? Can I see it? Would you like a reading? As an arbiter, it's my duty to make sure that your new project doesn't break the magical pact, so I would love a reading very much. Yes, please. It'll be my pleasure. I like the Is there something you'd like to ask the deck? I want to know what's in the future regarding my career as an arbiter. Very well. I'm going to draw 2 cards for you. The first one to look for opportunities and good omens, and the second one to warn you about possible challenges or adversities. The good and the bad. Ooh. You know what I like about this game is it gives me new ideas for like my own pulls. I could do a good and a bad. I love that, yeah. I hadn't thought of that before. Never. Would you prefer not to know? No, please go ahead. All right, here we go. Okay. I have this horrible feeling that... Ooh, okay. Scrutinizes every secret. The love from the wolf mother is infinite. The mirror dispels what isn't true. A flood of water can unleash hidden potentials. Mercy, wellness, communication, peace, and power. So I would take that as there is space for you in higher positions. That's what I would take that as. Like there is space for you to move forward with like your career that would follow like the trajectory of personal growth even, as long as you kind of stay true and honest with yourself. Okay, so I think that one is the good. I would take that one as the good. You're going to be promoted to a higher rank. In the future, you and I will become allies. You're going to meet someone really special that's going to change your life. I think higher rank. I would go with higher. I really do. Yeah. You're going to be promoted to a higher rank. Oh, why? Can't really tell why or how, but I'm pretty sure you'll be promoted in the arbitrage office. I'm not really due a promotion until I do 5 more years of service, though. What I'm reading is a lot closer than that. Wow, how is that possible? The cards didn't say, but you'll earn it by doing something important. Congrats. Ah, now I'm all nervous thinking about what it's going to be. Just be ready for any opportunity and do your best. Understood. And then the bad. Tainted visitors setting what scares you on fire. The asteroid foretells imminent tragedy. Overstimulated fire energy comes a cleansing power, death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. So change, death, rebirth, tragedy. I see war, you'll be sent into combat. Oh my, you're going to kill a witch. Death and rebirth. Oh, those are the only two options. Oh shit. I don't know what to choose. Oh god. I don't know if she's capable of killing another witch. I could see another war breaking out though. Because they keep talking about this like end of the universe, and that's what I predicted of my coven, right? And the whole reason that her place exists is because of the war, and this is what's left over from the war. I see a war. You'll be sent into combat. What do you mean war? I can see a high scale conflict that will require arbiters to go into battle. Oh my god. But that's huge. I have to warn everyone. No, wait. Don't do that. I have experience in ringing the catastrophe bells and it doesn't bring any good. But I can't just do nothing about it. Let the higher ups know, and no one else. And keep my name off the record if you can. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I'll protect my source as much as I can, I promise. Thank you. Oh my, war. Maybe military achievements are how you'll get promoted. Maybe. It'd make sense. Okay, I'll protect you all. That is our duty. Thank you. Sorry about the news. Well, what do you think of my new deck? So, now that I've told you about the war, how do you feel? How do you feel about the new deck? Ooh. Oh. I do want to be adored. That was amazing. And a bit scary, but mostly amazing. Thank you. Your gift could be a very valuable asset for our office. It's a crime that you're imprisoned here. Well, I shouldn't position myself in such matters, at least not that strongly. In any case, it's an objective truth that your skills are wasted on this forsaken rock. Now, as an arbiter, I can't simply overrule Adana's sentence, but I am going to lift the ban on visitation. You can really do that? I just requested a permit from the main office. It'll become effective as soon as my arbiter's notebook gets updated with a moon stamp. Arbitrage forms are updated in the master grimoire as soon as my pen touches the paper. All of what I've written so far is already in the office archives. You girls sure are efficient, eh? There are witch covens all around the universe. We can't afford to be travelling back and forth to the moon temple all the time. That makes sense, yeah. How cool is that? And it's official. You can now receive guests on your cute asteroid home. Oh, this makes me happier than I can express. You deserve this. I'm just happy to see you ease your pain. Thank you so much. Just doing my job. Do you want me to let your coven know? Just let Jasmine and Dahlia know for now. I'm not ready to go public yet. It's been 200 years. I understand. I'll send a falcon to each of them. Thanks again. Well, I should be going now. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and thanks for the reading, even if it was so ominous. Take care. Let me know if there's any trouble. Bye! I like Thea. Thea's cute. I like Thea. She was lovely. Sorry, Thea, about the news of war. Making of a Witch. Reach chapter 2. How exciting! Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I hope you stay fed, watered, and rested. Take good care of yourself, and we will catch up with this one in the next episode. Goodbye, lovelies!